Hello, today we want to talk a little bit about Mahr Engineered Solutions. We have the manager of the business unit here.
Hello.
Hello, Axel. Perhaps we directly start and you give us an impression, what is Mahr Engineered Solution?
Yeah, basically we have in the Mahr world the precision gauges, and on the other hand we have the systems business with standardized systems to serve our customer needs. And additionally we have customer specific solutions which serves to very dedicated problems of our customers.
You just mentioned problems. What are typically the challenges and problems customers are coming to you?
That's a broad variety of problems. Sometimes it's just single features where they have a problem to get the right access on the workpiece and to the very feature they wanted to measure. Sometimes it's handling issues. So if you have very tiny parts, you just need to get a grip on them and handle them somehow. Sometimes it's huge parts like ship motors or whatever. So it's not that easy to get the ship motor to the measurement equipment. So you need to go the other way around. And or efficiency. It's getting more and more a topic to have metrology issues efficient measured.
Okay, let's, as you mentioned, it's a broad range. Let's take perhaps two options out. The one is the accessibility. You mentioned that. Do you have an example for that if it's really difficult to get to the point where you have to measure?
Yeah, just an example is if you have a deep bore hole and somewhere a cross hole and you need to measure the chamfer within there, you just need a special probe arm, which can be sometimes a little bit sophisticated, but in the end it's only a probe arm and it serves you to get your standard equipment serving a very specific measurement task.
Okay. The other point which is also very often or very common, the efficiency topic, whether it's in the measurement room or whether it's in production. Perhaps also there you have an example.
Yeah, that's, as I said, this gets more and more a topic because quality assurance is in the end a matter of cost as well and a part of production costs. So it's worth to have a look into that. And a lot of customers are asking us, what can I do to get more efficient? And one approach is, for example, automized metrology lab. That means you don't have to sit there with 2 or 3 people in front of metrology devices and do measurement evaluations and writing down the results or whatever. So the measurement room of the future is automized measurement equipment. You just put the pallet with your 20, 25 workpieces in front of it, and a robot picks it and loads the working station, and the measurement station recognizes the workpiece, performs the measurement task, and that's it. So you save, in the end, 2 to 3 people. If you have the shift operation, you're up to 6, 7 people you're saving, and that's a bunch of costs.
That already in your answer, there's a lot of the broad range of your portfolio. So it's coming from a single probe arm to a fixture to even robot loading, and I think also software. I think so. You have the full package for a metrology solution for the customer.
That's a good point you're making. We really have the whole possibilities on board with our engineering team. So it's not only mechanical engineer. It's also the programming, the software, even if it comes to PLC programming or whatever, everything comes from Mahr. So one solution from one party, and you don't need to take care about 2 or 3 parties trying to solve your problem.
Yeah, you already gave an answer to my next question, which would be like, why are our customers coming to you? What are the benefits of Mahr Engineered Solutions?
So I would say one of our major benefits is really that we have a very global setup. We're acting in the Americas as well as in Europe and in the Asian, and being there present really locally with our engineering teams. That means if you have an issue, you can contact locally your partner, your engineer, and he's finding out with you together in a dialogue what might be the right solution for your issue. On the other hand, it's quite important if you have one spot, a device, sometimes there might occur some problems, and we have everywhere a service available out of our Mahr organization. So even afterwards, you get serviced, and your devices are running when they should.
So perhaps just to get an understanding about the not size of business, but how many projects do you typically have in a year, customers? And
yeah, it depends on a little bit on the projects, but a rough figure is around about 200 really huge projects we're dealing, and the overall figure is about 2,000, more than 2,000 projects each year. That's roughly.
Okay. And you're doing this since a couple of years, so experience is definitely summing up.
Yeah, and to be honest, experience is a very important factor in this kind of business, because each customer solution is a special solution, and the more experience you have, the better you can solve it on the one hand, and on the other hand, the solution really works in the end. I mean, it's good to have a sketch or a drawing, but in the end, you need to show that you get the results you want to have, and the more experience you have in your team, the better it fits in the end.
And your projects are, you mentioned that once, are a full-blown solution. You're coming really from the, let's say, consultants, what would be the right solutions, really until installation, training, and customer is really ready to use it. So you also there have the full...
Even after sales.
Okay.
So the whole chain we really take care about. And what is an important point as well is it is to the customer all the time the same project manager. That means if you start talking with somebody and figuring out what is your solution, he will be the one who finished the project with you together. And
yeah. Okay, so I'm now perhaps watching this video, and now I'm saying, hey, I have a problem. How do I get in contact? What is the approach typically?
Basically, it's quite easy. One approach is you have already your local sales contact with Mahr, so feel free to contact them, and they are aware of whom they need to contact internally to get back to a project manager. The other way is our website. There's a contact possibility. Just fill out about the issue you have, and we get straight back to you and figuring out what we can do.
Okay, and typical question, I guess, is, okay, should I contact them? I'll send them my drawings, and then they directly charge me money. Is there anything for, let's say, the first evaluation of the problem of the customer, or?
Yeah, that's definitely for free, because we are interested in knowing the problems and working out with our customers together what might be the right fitting solution. And this is something we're definitely doing for free. So you can tell us about our problem. We are figuring out what we're doing. You get from our side an idea what might be the cost, what additionally to the right solution, and you can decide if you want to spend money or not.
Okay, so it's for sure a win situation. I cannot lose anything, let's say it like that.
That's it.
Okay. Thanks for giving the insights, Axel.
You're welcome.